Welcome to another edition to the First and Fifth Son podcast. This is actually number 7. One more to go in the series. You got, as always, your man, Pony B, Orvie B. Baker Jr., and my brother from the same mother.
Hey, it's Big Jonathan Baker, a.k.a. Big Barker. Hey, La Pa, you dig?
I hope everybody had a great Mardi Gras, and I hope everybody's...
Hey, La Pa.
Hey, La Pa. Get ready for that Easter celebration.
And what they, Ash Wednesday or something?
Yeah. By the time they see this, Ash Wednesday is going to be come and gone. But we'll be moving forward to that last episode of the season. Speaking of which, when that next episode comes out, we got daylight saving time coming back. We're about to lose an hour. So when this comes out that weekend, you need to go ahead and get ready to lose that hour. Spring's on its way.
Spring again. I love daylight saving, man. Daylight saving out here on the road, man. Hey, we be tearing it down. Once springtime comes, it's time to supposedly make more money. But sometimes that's not the case.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I'm glad y'all love it, because I'm going to tell you, in my household, it is like a mourning, a loss.
Yeah.
You know, we got to give up that extra hour. You know, at 7 o'clock, hurry up became 8 o'clock. Now everybody late. You know, I love it when they fall back, but yeah, it's time to get up. And in a way, I'm kind of glad too, especially being up here, King of the North. We get more sunlight so we can melt some of this snow and the ice. The ice fishes are coming off the water because the water's starting to thaw out again. So, I'm looking forward to it. I just hate losing that hour of sleep.
Right.
So let's go ahead and get into it, Big Barker. You always kick it off with the truck and salt.
Oh, man. I'm going to get right at it, man. On this edition of Truckers Talk, man, it's hard in the swag around this motherfucker, man. Gas prices then went up damn near what? 35, 45, maybe 65 cents. And man, I bought some diesel. I didn't buy gas yet because I've been on the road and I'm still on the road currently. Yeah. I bought some diesel for what was it? $4.95, man. And that's high, bro. That's high down here. So
that's high anywhere, man. $4.95. Ooh.
Yeah, for diesel, $4.95, man.
Now, how many gallons you were getting?
I think my truck can hold about 300 gallons. So I think I bought to get from, where was I? I was in Darlington, South Carolina, all the way down to Pascagoula. It was about 500 miles, but I called myself trying to get to the cheaper diesel, and I must have fueled up about 2 times. Well, I'll make it 3, because when I got here to Pascagoula, I had to fuel up again. But man, I bet you I spent every bit of $700, maybe $800 on a $500 run, man. That's a loss.
Good Lord, yeah,
that's a loss, man. Bro.
What'd you say? That's almost like driving for free.
Yeah, for real, man. Because the diesel prices just shot up overnight. It was like $4.65, and then it went from $4.65 in some areas, all the way from Mississippi, all the way up from Mississippi to Alabama. What else? Georgia into South Carolina. Diesel was way up, man. It was going, the further up east you get, the higher the price. And then on the way back down, it was like it just swept the nation. Once I got close back down to Alabama, I thought it was going to go back down to $4.65. Man, I got round way down here to Mississippi, it was $4.95. I was like, ain't this about a bitch? I should have just flipped over the whole goddamn gas station, man. I was like, boy, you can't win for losing, man. Damn. But we got to roll with it. Hopefully it's going to come back down. And now they got these stickers at the gas pump.
Yeah, you tell me about that,
the diesel
man.
Pump. Hey, you want to show that? You want to show that picture I sent you?
Yeah, let's go ahead and show it to us. It's just common
man. If y'all see these pictures out there, these stickers on the diesel pump, I did that with Joe Biden, man. Whoever really taking the time out to put this shit on the diesel pumps, and the gas pumps, man, they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing better to do, man. Them slapjack motherfuckers need to go sit they taunting ass down, bro.
Man, I'm looking at the quality. I'm looking at the quality of these stickers and stuff, and I'm thinking, man, y'all had enough money to just throw away on stickers. Y'all could have gave it to us so we could pay for the gas.
Hell yeah, man. I was like,
but hey, that is hilarious. And as much as some people are mad about those stickers, that's pretty much America right there. Finding something terrible and try to make a joke out of it, make you feel better about it. I did that.
Yeah, man. They trying to tear it down, man.
Hey, they need to tear down the prices though, for real though. People trying to go to work. Now they're gonna have to start going to work on the scooters or the hoverboards.
It's per usual. But look, Garvey, it's per usual. Every time a Democratic president get into office, every fucking time, man, never fail. Every time a Democratic president get into office, it seems like the fuel goes up. And I'm speaking from a trucker's point of view. When I'm at home in my truck, in my pickup truck, I ain't home but a couple of days. And if I ain't traveling a long way, I barely burn a full tank of fuel. But my truck don't burn that much gas anyway, because it's a fuel flex. It got an 8-cylinder Hemi in that bad boy, but
yeah, it don't
really, I have to really drive like 6-7 hours to really burn a whole tank. So my truck don't burn that much gas. But yeah, I don't worry about gas. I'm just talking about the fuel part, because I drive for a living. So that's always a matter. So all my truckers out there feeling my pain. If you ain't, man, hey, good. But if you are, hey, man, let's just hold on, boy. Hold the fuck on, because hopefully it's gonna get better, man.
Yeah, hopefully it release those barrels of oil from the reserve to help bring that price down. But it's gonna be a little problem. I think oil was like $110 a barrel or something, like the highest it's been in a while. So that's not helping. But the powers that be can get up in there and make some moves to bring that price down. Sure.
It seemed like we at war. You know what I'm saying? And
we at war with the gas prices.
Yeah, it's like our country at war. We not at war, but we suffering like we at war, man. That's some fucking bullshit.
That shows you the power of the global economy, man. One domino fall, everybody gonna feel it. And that's never gonna go back to the old days, because we can't separate. Everybody's interdependent on everybody. One of the main reasons why we shouldn't be going to war. I don't want to get too far off your truckers talk, but when we talk about the economy, man, it is a global connection. I don't care where you are. If you're doing commerce, if you're doing services or products, you're probably connected some way or another. And when one thing falls, everybody gonna feel it.
Domino effect, for sure.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. All right, but that's about it, man. I don't have too much to say about truckers talk, but that's the most that's the most aggravating, most popular thing for me in the trucking industry this week. So hopefully those prices come on down, man. Like Price is Right. Come on down.
Hey, and we're talking about that connection with the economy. When the truckers' gases go up, people can expect prices to go up in products and services, because truckers are the lifeblood of America, like I've always said. And if y'all not able to get y'all stuff there, stuff's going to come up short. When things come up short, prices go up high. So we got to get something done for the betterment of the economy, the betterment for us as individuals. So
the low prices should go up immediately. Some companies hold back on it for a while, and then by the time the price start coming down, they be like, oh, well, we're going to give you a little bit more on fuel to run this load. I'm like, man, get the fuck out. Get out of here.
Yeah, we need something bigger done. We need somebody up there that's got the free airplanes and helicopters and the power button to say, hey, we're going to put some oil out there to lower these prices down for our peoples. But as always, we appreciate the knowledge that you give for Truckers Talk. It's something that's needed not just for the truckers, but for everybody. because we're all connected.
Right on.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my part about health, because as I always say, your health is your wealth.
Is your wealth.
And today I don't want to talk about the physical aspect of the health, lifting weights and stretching stuff. I want to talk about that mental aspect. Getting your mind right. And a big part of getting your mind right is taking out that time for yourself. Self-care is so important. It is so important. And a lot of people, especially people in the healthcare field, experience burnout and don't understand how to right the boat. And I'm going to just make it as simple for you as possible. And it's something that a lot of people have heard before. You can't help somebody else fix their yard unless your yard's fixed. You can't help somebody clean their garage unless your stuff's cleaned up. And it's the same way with mental health. If you got a lot of stuff going on in your head and you still trying to help somebody else, you're doing it backwards. Take some time out to fix yourself first, or give yourself a pause. In the military, we like to say, take a knee, even though everybody that's anti-Kaepernick can't stand to hear that. I'm going to say it again. Those of us that actually serve and know what the hell losing somebody's about and what the knee is for, it's so important to take a knee, because sometimes you can have those mental strains on you so much you can't even hold your own weight. But if you could take that knee, take a breather, drink some water, empty out your mind from all the other outside experiences, just think about yourself and think about what it's going to take for you to be self-resilient and get up. That's usually all it takes for you to keep going. So do that. Take that knee, take that break, drink some water, get some alone time. And I know some of my guys in the military, we do this all the time, and people don't understand it. It's important for us to get that alone time. Sometimes we got a lot of stuff going on in our head, a lot of things that's out of our control, and we don't want to just be drugged out. So we get away from everybody. We'll go out into the woods. We go out and be away for hours. And it's not that we hate people that we're around. It's just that time to repause. And a lot of people that have tried it, they find themselves with more energy. If they would just, take, for instance, a common day where you've been working all day, the boss has been on you, work's been on you, the kids been crazy. And instead of doing your normal routine, which is pick up the kids, hurry up home, try to fix food, answer calls, you don't go home.
Right.
You take those kids and you go to the park and you tell them kids, go on over there and play. I'm going to be sitting right here watching, and take some time to yourself. You'd be amazed at how much re-energized you would get from that little time, and then come home. Hell, the kids be thankful for that too, because sometimes you got to switch it up. But I'm not going to keep running this too much, because this is a real simple thing, and everybody's got their different techniques to do it without alcohol, without
drugs.
Yeah, even though I know you like the weed, without the weed, give yourself time to bounce back normally, regularly.
Right.
Just veg out and take it all in, take that knee so you can begin again. So remember, your health is your wealth, and you can't help nobody if you don't help yourself. So that's real quick, painless. That's what I got for the care topic, man. That's all I got for you.
On. You gotta get that mental woosah in.
Oh yeah.
That woosah. All right, moving right along. You want to jump into that Where That Weed At?
Oh, you know we always got time for Where That Weed At. I think that's a number one topic for me. I ain't gonna speak for everybody else, because I learned about speak for self, but that's important right there. And it's not just for the way the old wacky tobacco make you feel. I'm excited about the financial dividends America can get if they would just listen to me and do what I tell them.
Right. I did a little extensive homework on what they actually spend this money on. And on this segment of Where That Weed At, man.
Hold up, Jonathan. I just wanted to make sure there were no weed plants behind me.
I see some plants back there. But look, on this segment of Where That Weed At, man, we're going to take you to the great state, Washington State.
Hey.
Okay, where Seattle is. Not DC, but Washington State.
We got some followers out there at Washington State. Big shout out to y'all.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my homeboy out there, GY. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Talking about your state, man.
Yeah.
But I'm going to jump right into it. You know, they legalized marijuana over there in 2013. And they started really wheeling and dealing legally over there. And then I'm gonna skim right through it. I ain't gonna take too much time because the legalization is one thing, but I wanted to really talk about what they was doing with the marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, doing with the money from the marijuana. First of all, let me go back a little bit. Their revenue is crazy, man. They did almost like $1 billion this year on marijuana. And then moving forward to what it says that the question is, how does Washington spend the marijuana tax revenue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one way they spend it, they say it goes to a variety of places. Here are a few of the places that the money went to in 2022. It said the State Authority for Health and Youth Survey, whatever that is, a survey for the youth, I guess, Health Authority. Gotta probably be doing something with the clinics and stuff like that for the kids or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it said it also went to the University of Washington for marijuana related education programs. That's going into education. And then it said they also used some of the money, the state's health professional account, whatever, I guess the professionals that's retiring or something like that. And then they said, the various state departments for research related to, what is that? Oh yeah, they said that various state departments for research. So they using some of the money for a lot of research and testing and stuff like that. So that's just a couple of things that the money off the marijuana after they tax it, and they taxing it like 37% on the retail. So I think that's kind of high.
No, that's super high.
Yeah.
I think Colorado taxes 25% on it.
Yeah, because Washington said, how does Washington tax marijuana? Washington charges a 37% retail tax on marijuana. So yeah, that's pretty high. They cutting it. They getting plenty of money off of it. And they got a bigger list, but this list is just like a quick list that I just pulled off. And I got this off the Motley Fool website. So they're a credible source. They do a lot of research and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's a big investment website. They've been at it for ages. Motley Fool.
And that's from my knowledge, the marijuana is paying off, man, in so many ways. So a lot of these small towns, such as Louisiana, once again, they could definitely use that kickback from the good old cannabis.
Louisiana will have a overnight explosion of positive things if they would legalize like them. And unfortunately, I'm gonna go out on a limb to say this because I'm not backing this from any research. It's just from things I read and my common knowledge of people in Louisiana. A lot of this has to do with religious and political holdouts. It has nothing to do with research or knowledge. They see the people getting the money, but we got a lot of religious and political holdouts that's like, we don't care if it can help the people here. We think we can help them by having them believe the way we believe. And that's dangerous. That is dangerous. I want to say something about Washington, because like I said, we got some followers out there. Big up to y'all out there. You know who you are. Hit our comments because you're out there. You can tell us what's going on with the marijuana. How is it affecting your day-to-day life? I know the stuff is good. I know y'all got some good stuff out there. So you can still comment on that, but we want to know about how it's helping you financially. And if you see some of the revenue trickling down to your taxes and stuff like that. Washington is not too far from Alaska.
Colorado. Oh, Alaska?
Well, Alaska, yeah. Alaska's legalized too. Colorado is a little bit, well, both of them a little hitch to Washington. But they doing great things up there. And I'd like to hear in the comments so we can share that along with the other people. And maybe we can start something going on with these other states, not just Louisiana, but a lot of the southern states that's doing bad financially. They don't have any jobs going there. As a matter of fact, this might be even the Midwest. You know, they're trying to bring the Rust Belt around. They're trying to come up with electric cars and stuff. And to me, electric cars is fine, but I'm telling you, y'all looking to cash cow in the face with that marijuana.
Right on. And eventually, you know, by the time we get to our 36 or 37 episode of First and Fifth Son podcast, we're gonna cover every state that's legalizing marijuana, and then we're gonna start talking about the states that hadn't legalized marijuana and why and where they are in the legalization of it. So that it's gonna get kind of interesting. Eventually, y'all gonna be able to pick up what I'm putting down on the information that I'm giving y'all about the marijuana legalization and the benefits, as far as like it helping out the community and so on and so forth, like I always talk about, because I'm always talking about it. And it's a method to my madness, all right?
Man, so, Jonathan, you said a whole bunch. And since we're talking about some things coming up, I think we should be doing that before the 36th episode.
What's that?
I jotted down a couple of notes and stuff, and maybe you could jot it down some stuff, especially when we off season. How about when we do our segment for Where Dat Weed At, actually have a map where we show all the states that are legalized, and then we cover the states that still have trouble coming across that green line, as I'm gonna call it. We can show where they at and stuff. And maybe this might spark some people in those towns to start petitioning and putting pressure on those politicians to get that money into their state. So I just wrote something down. I'm probably going to be writing stuff all the time, but I think it's going to be before our 36th episode. I'm thinking as soon as season 2, because we got a lot of good stuff coming for y'all for season 2. So y'all better stick around. Y'all better tell y'all people about it, because it's going to blow up, boy. It's going to be wonderful.
Most definitely. That's knowledge is power, and every little bit counts. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what you into or what you support or not. But whether you support the legalization in your state, it still will affect you in a good way. Mm-hmm. It's gonna affect you in a good way, because the taxes that people are paying on it, the taxes are not just working for people who actually smoke. Is working for people of the community, regardless. So whether or not Orvie they support it or not, I just wanted to throw that out there for all the non-believers and naysayers. I was on Twitter the other day, man. Well, today, and I seen a couple of Amish people buying some goddamn marijuana. Yeah. And
hey, it's natural. It shouldn't go against what they doing, because it's all natural.
They was buying what they call Delta 8, and it was some pre-roll fucking joints. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I couldn't even laugh about it. I said, you know what, man, them Amish folks is hey, they know what they need, you know, and it's legal in their state. They better partake, you know. I mean, but I don't never look down on the old Boganja. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, so, I've just seen too much of the marijuana just being ass backwards in America. I mean, I'm still one of those kids that was around when they first came out with the war on drugs and just say no, and this is your mind on drugs. Meanwhile, while they're saying that, and kids like me or on welfare getting the colored money to go to the store to buy stuff. The people that was partaking in dealing and selling of it was driving in the new Benzos and had chicken and food and handing out turkeys for Thanksgiving. And America could be, though, they don't have to be pimped out, but money is power. And I'm always going to talk about marijuana from the point of financial independence. Because bottom line up front, if you don't smoke weed, you don't like it, that is perfectly fine. You don't ever have to smoke weed. You never have to support it. But if there's a lot of people that's willing to smoke weed and take care of theirs and pay an extra tax to do it, you should support them, because even those that don't smoke weed got kids that go to public schools, and weed that's being taxed by the government can get a kickback from the government to pay for those public schools. Not just for the public schools, but the public roads, the public bridges,
and the universities,
and not just universities,
using it for university
healthcare to offset some of these prices. Because let's face it, in America, we always talk about the rich getting richer. We see the poor getting poorer, but that middle class, and this is the people that I'm talking to directly right now, the middle class is feeling the weight of America on their backs. And they know it every time they do the taxes, every time they got to pay a little extra for insurance, and they got just enough money to qualify to pay out more money. Those are the people that's hurting. And I got to get back on my political kick, Big Barker. If you take care of middle America, America can take care of themselves. And if you don't believe me, go back to the 50s when people were so-called doing good and doing well. It was because we had a growing middle class. People had jobs that had benefits. People had money where they can go buy a house, get a car, want big things. The way this world works, especially in America, is you got to spend to get. As long as we got people spending money, we always going to get money. And it can't be done with a stimulus check, because a stimulus check is a little smidget of a handout.
Yeah, it ain't. It helps when it comes.
Yeah, it definitely helps, but it's not enough. I would go out on a limb, and people that's listening to us, please chime in. I'd love to hear your comments, whether you agree with me or whether you disagree with me, but definitely if you agree with me. Which one would you rather have? A stimulus check every quarter for $1,000, or a job with benefits that's paying you upwards to $70,000 to $80,000? I'm gonna think you're gonna say that $80,000 with the benefits, but chime in with me, because we can talk about that.
Hell yeah, you better get them benefits, Jack.
Yeah, but that's all I got, man. I was just shining in on you. Where that weed at? Because
where that weed at?
Knowledge is power, and power is money, baby.
For sure. That's all day. Yep. So
it's kicked back to me.
Right along. That's right.
All right. Well, I want to remind everybody. I want to talk about this month. Last month was Black History Month. I'm going to circle back on that because I got some nuggets to share for that. But I want to remind everybody that the month of March is Women's History Month. For the whole month, we try to recognize all the achievements and accomplishments that women have made for us. And I'm going to be the first to tell you that 1 month is just not enough. I'll also be one of the first to tell you, just like I said about last month, women's history is American history. Don't try to separate them. It's intertwined all the way to the beginning of America. Women have been there, even though they didn't get the credit that they deserve. They've always been there. And even to this day, with all these accomplishments we got going on and all the things that's happening great in America, we still have people that refuse to acknowledge the strength and the power of the woman. So,
couldn't be here without the woman. So,
nope.
I mean, come on, man. You got to give
everybody. Everybody that's
all
here
they just do.
Came from a woman. I don't care what your belief is. You came from a woman.
Yeah, you come from a woman, and then you grow up and become a get taught some bullshit or embrace a teaching to where you want to put a woman behind you and silence a woman. You can't do that, man. Can't do that shit. That's like,
not unless you want to be dumb and alone.
Yeah, you can't silence a woman and you can't put her behind you. Y'all got to stand together. I mean, all that fucking Middle Eastern religious type bullshit they be coming with.
Shit, not even Middle Eastern, American, Jonathan. We got a lot of religious American that believe that the women's place is barefooted and in the kitchen making them a sandwich. And I'm gonna say, I don't care where your religion is or where you're from. I'm calling bullshit on that.
Let that woman go to work. Let that woman earn just as much as you can earn. Push her to her full potential. If she desire to. Now, if she's a lazy woman, if you marry her just to take care of her, that's between you and her. But my preference is I like a woman at work, but to each his own, you know what I'm saying?
And I won't even say lazy. And I just want to clarify that the job of a woman at home is a real fucking job. And if you don't believe me, you try staying at home, raising kids, cleaning the house, going to the school, taking care of the meal, do all that stuff.
When I was married.
You know how hard it is.
I did it for a while.
I've done it quite a few times and I've watched it in action. So a woman at home is never a lazy woman. Now there's something that's called like a kept woman, women that are at home that don't do dishes, don't clean up. They just there to look pretty and stuff. And again, if that's what they want to do between that person and the person they're with, that's their prerogative. But what I'm talking about are women that are using their minds, that are moving forward, and people saying no just because they're a woman. That's what I'm calling bullshit on.
Oh, yeah. Well, we was raised by women, me and you.
Yeah.
And,
strong
our mama was single. Yeah, our mother was single. And the number one thing that we all have, we have a very strong will. Never say die. I mean, my mama instilled the strong will in all of us.
Yeah.
So us being strong-willed and desiring to be leaders is something that we got from our mama. Everybody from Thibodeau knows we came from we wasn't rich. We literally got it out the motherfucking mud. Y'all know what it is. So
not just got it out the mud. We was in the mud. We had to get ourselves out the mud.
Exactly. So, I mean, to be in a predicament to where you could have 6 figures or better and sniffing around 7, I mean, hey, what could I say? So, hey, we had to earn that because it could have went left. My life literally went left in the beginning. My first 20 years of life, I can say it went left. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, but there's a lot of accomplishments for women that you don't have to think too hard to see women that have made a contribution, not just to the United States, but to the world. During my 20 years of military service, there's been situations that I was in that my ability to move forward was because of a woman leader.
There are many word woman, man.
There are many women that wore that uniform that I'll put my uniform on right now and follow them to the heat of battle because I trust their leadership. And I'm not going to go over all their names, but they know who they are. And I stand proud with them every time. I got a lot of sisters in the military that's retired, and some of them still in there that I feel the same way for too. I don't care how you go to the bathroom, whether you stand up or you sit down. In the military is who can I count on? And there's so many women that have been able to be counted on, but because they're women, people discard them. I'm gonna talk about one in particular because she's on my mind all the time. Not just for great things that she's done in society, but the fact that she was pretty much shunned off and people only remember her for a little sliver of her life. And that's Joséphine Baker.
Joséphine Baker.
Joséphine Baker is known for the can and dancing, the Moulin Rouge with a banana dress on. and everybody remember her smile and those thick chocolate legs of hers. But what people don't remember or care to look up for is that she wasn't from France. She was from the United States of America.
But she's buried over there, though.
Oh, she's buried over there because when she was in the United States of America, as a Black woman, she was treated like shit.
It is racist.
Respect, couldn't get moved forward. But when she went to France, she found that the French embraced her. She found that these people saw her for her worth. Matter of fact, she's not just buried over in France. She is a French hero.
Yeah, that honorary burial.
Yeah, when she was there, she was a spy in the war. She was a resistance fighter. And people need to look that up because she was more than just a dancer. I used to pray that some DNA would pop up and I could say, I'm related to Joséphine Baker because her name Joséphine Baker. But that's not even her given name. I think her last name was McDougal or McDonald. Right. Frida Joséphine McDonald or something like that. Y'all look that up. This is why you got to do your own research. But the point of the matter is she was a great woman and she did more than the can at the Moulin Rouge. Powerful woman. There's a whole bunch of other.
What they call it, the can. Huh?
Yeah, the can. Do a little fancy, sexy dance at the Moulin Rouge. They get they jollies off of seeing that physical bronze body dancing around with nothing but some bananas and some leaves covering it. But she's more than that, way more than that.
She was a sight to see, even in black and white.
Yeah. And she was a power to behold of.
Right.
And you ask any other Parisian war fighters or their history, they know. But that's just one of hundreds of thousands, probably even millions of women. You can even go back to some of the earlier eras, like my wife's Persian background. They got a lot of powerful women in their past.
Oh, yeah.
China's got a lot, so there's a lot of history. So this month is just to give you an opportunity to look up what you've been missing out, but don't just let it be this month. Again, women's history is American history, and it should be celebrated 365 days a year. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of that because that's another one of my big passions. Big ups to our women out there. We love you. We support you. We
got a lot of word woman. Love all the ladies. Oh yeah. Family, non-family, most definitely. Yep.
All right. So that's my kick. You got anything else, Jonathan?
Yeah, a quick update on the war in Ukraine, man. I see that they okayed NATO and a couple of other nations about to start a airstrike on Russia, man. I see
Who's
that
gonna do the
airstrike
on them?
They're gonna start bombing on Russia. It's on CNN. Let me see.
We gotta check that because I know we're not gonna bomb them.
No, I said NATO countries. Hold on, I'm about to send it to you right now.
Yeah, because I know they were talking to NATO about having a no-fly zone, but I didn't know about any bombing. I know we're supposed to be trying to get some more planes to the Ukraine through Poland, but what Poland want to do is they want to do the trade up. They're like, yeah, we'll give the Ukraine our jets, but y'all got to give us some of them new American jets.
We ain't gonna give them that. We can't scramble them if we do that.
Oh, we got a lot of people we give them to, man. We got a lot, but it's gonna cost. There ain't nothing for free. There's no such thing as something for nothing, even though that's the name somewhere.
Check that out. I just sent you.
Let me see what we got.
I just dropped it. Yeah, but I was looking at last night. I was looking at the SEAL Team 6 that killed Osama bin Laden.
Yeah,
I fell asleep on it. I had to wake up at about 3:00 this morning and finish watching it because I had to pay $3 for the movie. And so
you don't want to waste your money, huh?
I had to get my money's worth for that 48 hours was up. But yeah, I was watching that, and one of the commanders on there, she was talking about how the the country that he was hiding in, they had fighter jets, and they sent their fighter jets, and they some kind of way they scrambled their system or something like that.
Yeah.
And stalled them. So once they finally got out, they went on ahead and put their little threat out and told them, hey, you guys need to turn around and don't engage. And they turned around and didn't engage. So that's why I kind of learned that term from scrambling their goddamn system. So they couldn't do nothing because they sold them the plane.
Hey, they didn't want that smoke right there, boy. They didn't want that smoke. But yeah, let's look at this thing that you sent me, man.
Yeah, check that out, man. When we was talking.
Can you see it?
Was talking. Yeah. When you was talking, I just kind of clicked on the news on my phone because I'm always checking the news. I check the news every day. I gotta know what's going on in the world. Current events is something that I have to be well abreast on because I don't want to be the fucking last one to know if a bomb's gonna drop. I want to know.
It's good to know. It's good to be in the know. And I'm glad you sent this because it clearly says that the NATO countries have the green light to send fighter jets, not bombing, but fighter jets. And that's what they're asking for in the Ukraine, some fighter jets so they can get up in the air and have them dogfights and battle old Mother Russia and they MiG fighters up there. So they're going to send them. They got the green light to send them. But as far as like the bombing of Russia, I'm going to tell you that if we hear that, it's time to start tightening the hatches and stuff. Because that's probably all Putin needs to hear to go ahead and let off something big.
Yeah. But they said, well, Putin is in destruction mode right now, man. And like I was telling you last week on the last episode, he was just tooling with them a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
This cat, man, he's so predictable. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you know that they had 2 ceasefires already?
Yeah, but they never ceased.
They never ceased. They said, okay, it's a ceasefire. Them jokers still fire. Like, hey, I thought he said ceasefire. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, this time we're going to ceasefire. Man, they still kept lighting this stuff up, man. So he's already been known throughout the decades not to be trustworthy. But here it is in broad daylight. The dude is not giving his word. And a lot of people in Mother Russia don't even know what's going on. They think that the Ukraine's trying to attack Russia. They think that the Ukraine want to bomb Russia first. That state-run news.
I've been hearing that the people in Russia don't know what's going on, and a lot of the people in Russia has family in Ukraine.
Yeah, all over there.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, how the fuck they suppressing the news? So they don't have no news going into Russia, obviously, right?
Well, when they have it, it's something like a little Facebook feed or something like that from the outside. Because you got to remember, the media is controlled by Russia. That's state-run. So Putin can put out something, and that's the only thing that gets put out. I mean, there's a reason why this dude won 110% of the votes, more than 100%, because he controls everything.
But he said he must have put out, there's no other opponent. Everybody just vote for me. I'm the only motherfucker at the.
Nah, he was like, he was like, yeah, there's another opponent, but do you think he's still gonna be around running against me? I'm your best shot, because everybody's shooting for me.
And see, they presidency ain't like ours. They could keep getting reelected every year, right?
Yeah, I think they changed it where they could be reelected every year. This guy's been in power for like 30 years.
Yeah.
He's been over there for a minute. Hey, Jonathan, we coming up on our time. Already. As always, we always have a good time. It'd be running up. But I want to shoot one more last thing out there. One more again. Something about the Ukraine. Did you see where the Ukrainians were catching the young Russian soldiers?
Yeah.
That was told that they were going to be met with flowers and there wasn't going to be a resistance. Some of them didn't even know they were going to war. And I think this is the coldest thing to do to opposing force. They captured the soldier, right?
Right.
They gave the Joker some soup, put him on social media, and said, we have this soldier captured. The only person we're going to release him to is his mother. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, that means he ain't going nowhere no time.
Hey, but the way they did it is so smooth. It's not like they're beating him. It's not like, they got him sitting outside tied to a tree and stuff. They're basically showing the people in Russia that get the word of, hey, look, we are not the aggressors. Matter of fact, we fighting anybody that come our way. But if we capture one of y'all still family. So we gonna hold on to take care of, but y'all need to come get your boy. We ain't giving them to Putin to set him up to get killed again. Come get your son. He over here at 123 Korishnov Street or wherever they gonna be at and stuff. But I thought that was the smoothest thing ever, man. And to me, this Ukrainian people, man, even with their flaws, we talked about that with the Africans and stuff like that. This war that they got with Russia, they deserve support on that, because Russia is way out of pocket on this. And I'm glad they're not letting Putin turn this into us against them. They're pretty much saying, whoever come, hey, we're going to give you the smoke that you're asking for. But if you put down your arms, you come over here and you're clearly not in the fight to be one of Putin's puppets, we got you.
They might not be able to go back to Russia after that, though.
Not while Putin's alive.
They might as well make themselves at home in Ukraine.
Putin over there kicking that big ass table every time we see them on the news. That motherfucker was supposed to die with honor. Why he got that soup to his mouth?
You seen that big long ass table? He on one end, everybody else on the other end.
He got more than one long table, man. Putin is determined not to get the coronavirus. Fuck y'all. Get at the other end of the table.
Hey,
I'm gonna be down here.
He worse than Kim Jong-un, man. That motherfucker worse than Kim Jong-un, man. Like, God damn.
Hey, Kim Jong-un supporting his mission. That they two peas in the pods.
Yeah, well, they both like think they superpowers. They want to be better than the USA, but
Yeah, everybody wants the top block, man. But this is not just a USA versus the bad guys, which that's what they wanted. This is the NATO alliance and anybody that gives a damn about freedom against the knuckleheads that love tyranny.
Right.
So,
what that time looking like?
Man, we're about 5 minutes over. I'm gonna trim it down in post-production, but we're about 5 minutes over. But again, we rolling toward this last one. I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna cut the clocks off on episode 8. Because I can't believe we are already at episode 8 now, finishing up this one. So to our followers out there who want to hear more of uncut raw conversation, you definitely want to tune in to that episode 8. We might have more than just a little bit that we got planned because things keep coming to us. And like I said, episode 8 is the last one until we start season 2. So you might hear a good long talk, but I guarantee it's going to be packed. Yeah, it's going to be packed with some good knowledge to take home and tell your friends about. So
that's right. And we ain't even started promoting hard yet. So when the promo hit, then everybody gonna be like, "Hey, but we told the home team first, so y'all knew first. Yeah, the world gonna know after y'all."
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and leak this out right now, Jonathan.
What's that?
We're not ready to drop them on them yet, but I think next season y'all might be able to get y'all First and Fifth Son podcast T-shirt.
Oh yeah,
you heard it here first.
T-shirts.
So be looking for that in the apparel, and we're gonna keep growing this thing.
Yep, T-shirts and hats. All right, so
let's go ahead and shut it down, man.
Signing off.
Thank y'all again for being with us. Peace.
Bustin' blocks in my Chevy, bustin' blocks in my Chevy. I ain't got no fucking diamonds, but I'm shining.